I'm Karen Funk, and I'm riding my late husband's dream bike, the 1997 Heritage Springer. I'm giving this bike to Loving God, Blessing Israel because I really love God and I want to obey Him. And I get to bless Israel. I'm so thankful that God used my husband Tim to plant the seeds for blessing Israel in my heart.
Tell me you love me for a million years.
In the summer of 2003, we went with friends into the States for a trip, and we just had a really sweet time. But one thing I noticed was that Tim was unusually tired. And in the fall of that year, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor. So that was the last trip that we took together. August 2004, he passed away. I was very thankful to have this motorcycle. I rode a lot, and it was my best time for talking with God. I'd sing on the bike, I'd cry, I would thank Him. The obvious thing that Tim left was a love for riding. But what many didn't see or hear about was his love for Israel. I know it was God moving on his heart to see what happened with the Jewish people in the Second World War. So he was looking at pictures of the Holocaust. He showed me this pile of shoes. I couldn't handle it. He wanted me to watch the movies with him, movies like Schindler's List and It's a Beautiful Life. I would just try to avoid, or I'd leave the room if it got too hard to watch. But one birthday, Tim bought me a book called To See You Again. And I looked at the flap and I knew I couldn't read it. It was not that year, but probably the next winter. He picked it up and he started to read it out loud to me. And I lay with my head in his lap and listened and wept while he read. And he read through the whole book that way. I believe it prepared my heart for what God was planning to do. God was asking me to give something to bless Israel. I right away thought, but not my bike, not my motorcycle. This was the last thing I would ever sell. In my heart, that's the decision I'd made way back when. God has this way of just getting right to the root and to the heart. And yes, He asked for the bike. And you know what, it's okay, because it's His. I just felt that He was saying that He wanted to show His people that He still really, really loves them. He hasn't forgotten about them, and He is going to keep every promise He ever made to them. I also believe that God wants to show a picture to the nations that He wants us to partner with Him. We can help His people. We can love them unconditionally. We can bring them to their land. And we can be part of this great, awesome plan that God has for us at this time. I would like to ask all you bikers, widows, and widowers if God might be speaking to your heart about giving something to bless Israel. Come ride with me.